In hard times, it's hard to focus on anything else. It is always that thing right up here at the very front of your mind. And it's hard to not listen to it. It's hard to not think about it all the time. Recently, I have been on hard times. It's not the worst times. I'm not doing badly. It has made me realize that in hindsight, bad times are hilarious. It's just a funny little thing. That's what happens. Back in middle school, me and my friend Aaron entered the talent show with a dance routine. Him and I knew how to pop it and lock it. He was way better than I was. I was underqualified and had way too much confidence going into it. Him and I were not the only dance act in the talent show. There were lots of others that were way better than I was at dancing. Cut to when they're announcing who won. Aaron and I sat back, listening, hoping, praying. I'm in my head like, we were pretty good. I think we honestly might have this. Second place gets announced. Rob, and I get up. I'm like, Aaron. Robert, last name. It was not me. I did not place, and I looked like a fool, kind of standing up thinking that I did something, which is absolutely hilarious. I love that that happened to me. It humbled me quick, and I needed that back in middle school for sure. At the moment, it was absolutely devastating. I didn't understand how I had gotten there. 3 years later, I'm in high school and I'm in my theater bag, suddenly a singer out here. I'm auditioning for Grease. I pull out Beauty School Dropout. So low. It is a low, low song. Nowadays, low-key, I can get it. Sometimes I nail it in the car, I'm not gonna lie to you. At the time, I was mid-pubescent boy, kind of like right here alto, right here baritone. I don't really know if that makes sense. And I cannot hit most of the low notes, but I don't walk off stage. I don't run off. I actually sing the whole song and I make it to the end. Everyone claps. Everyone was very friendly about it. No one ever talked about it in front of me. I hope they talked about it behind my back. Like, did you hear that? That was hilarious. And it was hilarious. And I can identify with that now. It humbled me quick. One thing that happens with these funny little things is that you will be humbled. And that's a lot of fun. I like that. Back when I was 17 years old, I went to the Rome International Film Festival in Rome, Georgia. Shout out. And at the film festival, I met Desmond from Lost. I love Lost, and I love Desmond from Lost. At the time, being 17 years old, I was just so very nervous about meeting him, wanting to meet him, messing it up, possibly not trying to do it. That would have been the worst. So I walk up to him after we screen his movie, and all I can say is, hey, take a picture with the man. Halfway through hitting the button, I say, I love doing Lost, by the way. And then I walked away. I left. That's all I had to say to him. I got my picture, which I actually immediately deleted because I was so terrified about the interaction. How did I do worse than had I walked up to him, looked him in the eye, and walked away? Words are meant to add quality to any interaction. But this was not that kind of interaction. I walked away humbled again. Bam. I think about that all the time. I watch Lost over and over again. I've seen it like 3 or 4 times. Every time I see Desmond, I think about it. Last year, I was 20 years old and I was working at a diner for the first time. Never served like this. Never served like this. One Sunday morning, it's noon. Church just let out. Everyone is in suits and dresses. Everyone looks nice. And I'm here helping this table of 4. It's a family. At the very end of all of it, I'm like, have a good day today, you gays. And I walk away and I never see them again. And I got tipped 10%. That's what happens. That's what happens when you try to speak. That's what comes out of my mouth. That's all me, baby. 2 months ago, I went to Chicago for vacation. And on the way to the airport leaving, I left my phone on the train. I had to call my phone using my ex's phone and ask, hey, who is this? This is my phone. Can you meet me here? They tell me, no, actually, I'm like 3-4 stops down. Meet me there. It takes us like an extra hour and a half to grab my phone, go back to the airport. We almost missed our flight. We were this close to missing our flight. And it's all my fault because my pockets just don't hold my stuff very well. It's these shorts. I was wearing these shorts. Make better pockets. Women should have better pockets, by the way. Ally. This morning I was going back to my hometown, like an hour drive away for a haircut because Haven is the best. When I got there, I realized I didn't have my wallet on me. I left it at home. I didn't have it. How are you going to pay for goods or services if you don't have the money to front it? She's going to glue all the hair back on my head when she realizes I can't pay for it. Thank God for Apple Pay. Actually, when I had gotten there, I let her know that I didn't have my wallet on me, and she was so nice about it, so gracious, letting me know she's got Venmo, Zelle. I asked about Apple Pay. She was like, yeah, Apple Pay lets you tap on the thing, right? Sure, yeah, that'll work. And I'm like, awesome. So the first thing I do after I get my haircut is I'm like, okay, let's do this. I use Apple Pay. My card randomly is no longer connected with my phone, so it's only my Apple Cash. And I've got $3.54 on there. So it declines. So after that, we end up just using Venmo, and that worked fine, but how embarrassing is that? Looking back at Facebook as a whole, being on Facebook, I got Facebook when I was 9 years old. It was my 9th birthday present. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Loving life as it is. I bet you are. You don't have school today. It's a Saturday. Being 9, there's nothing else to do but look at the walls, play with toy, eat hot chip, and charge their phone. Like if you like the Cookie Monster, liked by you and one other. I like the Cookie Monster. That holds up, actually. Life itself is an award. I'm actually happy I said this because I don't think we talk enough about this random person I don't know and I probably didn't know then. Gave me a TBH. TBH, I do not want to talk to you. Weekly motto number 1, good health equals good height. I am eating my 4th orange today and I feel great. I actually recall that day. I had a total of 8 or 9 oranges that day and I was really proud of myself. I honestly can't look too much at my old Facebook posts without wanting to go back and getting rid of all of it. It's a whole thing. 9 years old is too young for anything. Unless you're a 2-year-old with an iPad, that's cool. You're awesome. But yeah, all of these bad things that once were the end of my world are now just fun little things I get to talk about. And even right now, actively in a rut of my own, I know one day I'll be able to look back and be like, that was kind of cool. That whole era of your life where it felt like things were over and you're overwhelmed by what is happening around you. This is just a knot in the stitch. Maybe just keep in mind that at the very least, one day you can look back and think, wow, that was pretty bad, but also, how fun was that? I'm exhausted. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh.